Hello everyone. This is Bughouse World Championship in the open section. We have No Chewy Candy and marvelanddc for life versus bughousecoach and jarmax. So there's a big rating disparity here. No Chewy Candy and marvelanddc for life are both rated about 400 points above their opponents. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle for bughousecoach and jarmax. In an earlier match, though, bughousecoach and jarmax came pretty close to an upset victory versus a higher rated team in the group stage. So anything can happen. Bughousecoach has a ton of bughouse experience. So he definitely knows what he's doing. No Chewy Candy says in the chat, I played a weird opening. And Marvel says, play solid. Marvel says, bughousecoach is actually pretty good. I died to him a couple of times. Yeah, bughousecoach is pretty tricky. Bughousecoach does tend to sack. He values initiative over pieces. I think the way for No Chewy Candy to win this match is just to win pieces until eventually bughousecoach is just overwhelmed. This is very close to mate for bughousecoach. So a rook mates for him. 2 pawns mates for him. So he's figuring this. And now No Chewy Candy has an attack, as does Marvel. I don't think jarmax is going to live through this. So that was a close game. Again, it was 2 pawns away from bughousecoach getting the mate. Our score is now 2-0, favoring Chewy and Marvel. Hey, Swole. Hey, no worries, Swole. Happens to everyone. Yeah, everyone has off days. Bughousecoach says cheese the pawn. This knight is under attack. I guess another knight could potentially win the queen. New knight at f3. There is a knight pinned, but Marvel is up time, so Marvel is sitting. Chewy says no knight. They've traded queens, but Chewy has picked up a piece in the process. jarmax lost the queen as well. So Chewy and Marvel are basically accumulating pieces. This is a weak square. Ooh, I don't know if I would have traded that. This is a little dangerous. He's trying to shut down that file. Eventually Marvel will probably want to develop this rook and attack the square. But Marvel is winning some pieces in the interim. Chewy has to go to defense mode. Maybe pawn check could be good. Especially if you could get more material. This is where time is doing them in. Maybe we're going to see check over here. I don't like this check. I think check should have come on d3 or on c4 if you want to pick up the queen. But jarmax is dead. Yes, well, for sure we should play some bugs sometime. Hey, Medquick. Hope you're doing well. Our score right now is 3-0, favoring Chewy and Marvel. Bughousecoach has some dark squared weaknesses. Might be exploited in the future, especially if this bishop gets out. Marvel winning a piece at some point. But he seems to be delaying winning the piece. Guess he doesn't want the knight. Chewy is looking for some safety at some point. We'd like to get these pawns on the board, castle, and so forth. Bughousecoach is somewhat of a relentless attacker. But he has blundered because he takes back here. Yeah, Bughousecoach was going all in with his attack, but I don't think his attack really works. He takes, this happens. He doesn't take, this could happen. So queen mates for Bughousecoach. Knight is also quite good. But they are down 20 seconds. So there's a resignation. Our score is now 4-0. Favoring Chewy and Marvel. The big problem for Bughousecoach and jarmax is Bughousecoach can mount some pretty good attacks. Generally, he will lose a few pawns here and there in the process, and those add up. This strategy works out for him if he can stay up time. It's going to be nearly impossible to stay up time versus Chewy and Marvel. They are both very, very fast players. So Bughousecoach is eventually going to get downtime. You see in the opening, he's staying fairly even on time, but eventually he's going to need a certain piece or some pawns or trades in general. He's going to wait. He's going to find himself downtime, and he's just never going to get what he wants. And it's just kind of a style thing. We see Bughousecoach on the attack, and he's going all in for initiative, but he does not have the pieces to get the job done. He just has a bishop to drop, and he's down 5 seconds. Never going to get those pieces. So he has to let go of his attack. As soon as he lets go of his attack, Chewy can either consolidate or can attack Bughousecoach. And in that time, Marvel has won. How many remain in Bughouse World Championships? So, in the open section, well, in both sections, we're in the round of 32. So in both sections, we're going down from 32 teams to 16 teams. So at the end of the week, which in theory ends after Sunday, in reality probably after Monday, we're going to be down to 16 teams in the under 2000 section, 16 teams in the open section. So it looks like he's hung a queen, but the rook can actually pin it, and he gets the queen back. It's just a trade. Knight takes is possible. Pawn push is possible. Let's mate. Oh, not quite mate, my bad. Knight check is mate. What? Why didn't he mate? Oh, what? I guess maybe there's a queen that guarded that. My bad. Yeah, I missed it. The queen guarded. Our score right now is 7-0, favoring Chewy and Marvel. So this match was supposed to be played today at 10 a.m. Marvel did not show up. He basically slept through it, and they rescheduled. Honestly, bughousecoach and jarmax could have claimed a win when their opponents didn't show up, but they're not. Bughousecoach and jarmax are not looking to get wins through forfeits. They want to play some bughouse. They said they were willing to reschedule, which is very sportsmanlike of them. Hey, Nesio. Yeah, it looks like 11-0 is probably coming. There's just a huge disparity in ratings here. It's like a 400-point difference. So it's a tough match for bughousecoach and jarmax. We putting a lot of pressure on bughousecoach. Bughousecoach, like many games, seems willing at the earliest opportunity to sack his queen to get an attack. So he doesn't really care about losing this queen. He wants initiative. And it's basically jarmax's job to stay alive while bughousecoach tries to attack. PKR would claim the forfeit win. Yeah, well, I mean, I think part of it is even if they got a forfeit win and went to the next round, they would likely be eliminated the next round anyway. So it's not like it was getting them into money or anything. So they're just here to have fun. Bughousecoach has been playing Bughouse for more than 30 years. I personally played Bughouse with him for more than 20 years. So he just really loves Bughouse and wants to get in some good games. Rookmates. What is this? They're just taking that. I mean, it made it anyway, but maybe the queen drop was a mouse slip? I don't know. Yeah, we are in the round of 32. Hey, Crazy House fan. Yeah, Chewy and Marvel are doing quite well in this tournament, and they're fairly high rated. But there's there are some very tough teams that they're gonna have to go against. So we'll see how they fare against them. And honestly, some of this tournament does come down to some scheduling luck. Okay, this is looking very good for jarmax. Well, maybe not anymore. He was hoping for this. Marvel seems to have gotten safe. They're trying to get rid of this knight. But even after the knight check, we can go up. Now another knight is needed. Another knight would mate, though. Knight at g4. Takes. It's going to be mate. jarmax kind of run out of attack. Marvel could pawn check. Bughousecoach looks like he's looking to mate with 2 pawns, though. Oh, Bughousecoach is actually up. Bughousecoach is up time. 2 pawns are very good for Bughousecoach. So Bughousecoach is going to wait for diagonals. What about knight check? Does that do anything? Okay, there's 1 diagonal. Why is Bughousecoach not playing? That mystifies me. Bughousecoach got the material he needed, so why didn't he move? Pawn is hanging, but I guess he wants to protect here. Bughousecoach just lost a rook and still has problems on the light squares. King takes, probably see bishop out. But when you don't take, I mean, that's just giving up material. So Chewy has won a whole bunch of material. And Chewy is still fairly safe. Marvel is using this material to attack. Knight check looks pretty good. Knight at h4. If king down, knight here mates. This is probably the same idea. Bishop check, knight mate. Marvel with the win. And is that 11? I guess that is. The final score 11-0, favoring Chewy and Marvel. So congrats to Chewy and Marvel, who are going to be advancing to the round of 16. And Bughousecoach and Jarmax are eliminated from the tournament, but they did well to advance from the group stage to the elimination stage at all here. Bughousecoach at free chess was Zap, Z-A-P. Hey, Check for Chess, how are you doing? Congratulations on your win, Check for Chess. Okay. And Marvel's saying in the chat, thanks again for waiting. You could have easily just taken the win. Jarmax says, no worries. Certainly didn't want to win that way. And then he says, go ahead and win the tournament for us. So a lot of respect in the chat right there. Let me reload real quick to see what's coming up. I don't see any other matches scheduled for Saturday. On Sunday at 4 a.m. I don't know if I'll be up for the 4 a.m. match, but at 4 a.m. there's an under 2000 match. KLD Baldiets and Avi Delvi Bielsa versus Fedor Devenyatin and Esura 73. At 10 a.m. we have Clock King Switcher and Return to Lagger. There's Fighting for Respect and Quick Dash. That will be a very interesting match. Two very strong teams, both of which made it very far in the tournament last year. At 2 p.m. we have Canonical Module and Physician versus Denis Shevim and Liga Stavak. And those last two matches are open section matches. At 3 p.m., we have under 2000 section, Can It Give You a Tempo and Good Gamer versus Lucas 2006 and Casper. That should be another very good match. Those are very close teams. And then on Monday, at 1 p.m., we have Little Plotkin and Gulomali Rises versus Shaika 211 and the Mayor 101. And at 4:30 p.m., we have Chess Brainiac and Bughouse Knight versus Todd and Seiya Ori. I think I can cover a lot of these matches. I do have an obligation on Sunday, which may conflict with some of these matches. We'll see. But Monday, I'm free for sure. And I might even be able to cover the 4 a.m. one. Anyway, that's all we have for today. So let's look for someone to raid. So we raided Icy Stun earlier. I think we're probably going to raid him again. Our choices are Icy Stun, Raidon, Pepe Lu. Cross Online is streaming, but he's not streaming chess. Illustruck is streaming. But Icy Stun doesn't stream that often. Icy Stun streams lately. It's been like once every 3 or 4 months. So it's a real treat. He is the defending a world champion at 4-player teams and is defending his title. The first day of the 2-day 4-player chess teams championship took place today, and he is behind with a score of 2-4. Tomorrow there will be another 6 games to decide the winner for this year. He's analyzing his games and trying to find better moves that he can do better tomorrow. So check him out. Be sure to drop him a follow. I hope you'll follow me as well, so you get notified of my future streams. We'll be streaming more Bughouse World Championships tomorrow, and also Monday. So look forward to seeing you all then. Congratulations again to Chewy and Marvel for progressing to the next round. Have a great afternoon, everyone.